private Wi-Fi here on Ice Ranch. Apparently, Mike says, so that's when we got here because the problems with wires. He used to run the whole cable all the way over to the offices. So this is better. It's when you guys are like right up against this hard path right here, where it starts to become an issue.
Well, yesterday, the Raiders hit back to the ice after a busy weekend down in Omaha last weekend. And there was a little Raider rust, as we thought we might see. Little kind of looked like a little stuck in the mud type game. Couldn't quite get our feet moving the entire time. But what you always get from this Red squad is really solid goaltending, really solid defensive play. And they used that to their advantage and got a timely, beautiful goal from the stick of Trent Schaefer, actually from the stick of the assistant coach, as Schaefer had broken his game stick a couple shifts before and didn't have a backup. So injured Colin Mahalik goes to the locker room and pulls out the assistant coach's left-handed twig, brings it out, and turns out to be the only goal that comes off of the stick of Schaefer. So 1-0 win for the Raiders yesterday.
His only varsity level goal off of that stick ever. Is that correct?
Actually,
is that
very correct. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So that was Gage Bussey in net yesterday, Tom?
Gage Bussey in net yesterday gets the 1-0 shutout.
So I'll call out a couple stats for Gage Bussey. He's 8-2 on the season, including both tournament play and regular season. He's at 246 shots against. He's got a goal against average, which is 1.98. Anything under 3 is a spectacular number. And he's got a save percentage of 93% or .93, which, again, anything over 900 is absolutely phenomenal. I assume we're going to see Elijah in net tonight. His record, 6-0. Nothing wrong with that record, Tom. 6-0, no ties. He's had 112 shots on net. So you'll see a few more tonight. He's got a goals against a spectacular goals against average of 1.10 and a save percentage of .940. To your point, some pretty solid goaltending, right?
Yeah, their back end is so well supported. They're backstopped by 2 great netminders. And then it just funnels ahead. And you've been getting stellar defensive play out of guys like Carson Williams, Teddy Armadas, just logging yeoman's minutes back there on the back end. And now, lucky to have back Luke Miller, and that really bolsters the back end. So really, they've picked it up, and their D-core has been so rock solid so far this season. It's been great to watch.
Tom, you're so good at your job. What a perfect segue. Luke Miller, because guess who our featured player of the game is today, fans listening and watching from home? It is number 20, Luke Miller. Had the opportunity to talk to Luke today before the game. Asked him a handful of questions here, and we're going to share some answers from Luke Miller, our featured player of the game. As always, ask him a little bit about his youth hockey career. He started skating when he was 4. He says, I started skating when I was 4 years old, and started playing competitive hockey at the age of 7. He's always been a D-man, and I think that shows what a spectacular D-man he is for our Regis Raiders program. Asked if you weren't playing hockey, what sport would you be playing, and what position would it be? And he said, football. He said, I don't care what position, to be on defense. I think it speaks volumes to the fact that this kid has loved defense from day number 1. What's your favorite vacation destination? And he called out 2 here. We got a little bit of a theme going on in Cape Cod. Oh, I missed a question actually here. I missed part of it. I apologize. He also wanted to call out that his favorite football team was the Pats. I didn't really receive that very well. I didn't like that answer very well. He said his favorite hockey team is the Bruins. Now, I say that I'm not really happy with those answers. I personally am a big Maple Leaf fan. And he's ruined many of our aspirations over the years. So I don't know how you feel about those Pats and Bruins, Tom. We'll give it to him. We'll let him have it.
Yeah, I'll support him only for the sheer fact that I went to school in Boston, so I can have appreciation for the fandom that comes out of the area of the Northeast. But I'm not sure where his connection to Boston comes from. It must be a family connection.
I think it is. I think it's through maybe his dad's side of the family.
And it must segue right there into why he considers best vacation destinations.
Which is where?
Cape Cod, number one on his list.
And then, like anybody else, he wouldn't mind visiting Hawaii. He and I both have that on our bucket list. Favorite TV show, and this is the second time, and I still have not watched it, never heard of the show before. I think maybe a Netflix program, The Outer Banks. Do you know that show, Tom?
Not at all.
We need to get to know that show because it seems to be a popular one amongst the kids. A shout out to his grandparents, he said. His favorite post-game meal is Chipotle, and then his number 20. Well, that's not his preferred number. He certainly likes it and appreciates that that's what he's got here as a Regis Raider. But his favorite number is 18. Grew up wearing number 18. Always loved it. Got signed 20, I think, in his freshman year, and has just held on to it. We ready for some hockey, Mr. Mahalik?
Yes, indeed. Steamboat firing up down in their end. They look ready to go.
Loud and clear.
Raiders bringing it in tight. Boys having some last-minute discussion. So out today still Parker Brenner recovering from the collarbone. Mahalik still recovering from the separated shoulder. We are glad to see that the rest of the lineup is intact and ready to go, and I expect going to see a lot more jump out of this Red Raiders squad today would be my expectation after a little bit of a downer game yesterday as far as energy level goes.
Coming off the 1-0 win, and just to kind of call a few highlights here for you as far as where Steamboat has, how they've gotten here. Steamboat most recently, I think it was yesterday, a 6-1 loss against Mountain Vista. And then September 18th, a 3-2 win over Castleview. So 1-1 in the last two games. Tough loss against Mountain Vista yesterday. Let's see the energy you're talking about coming out of our red team today. Start right at the drop of the puck. 17 minutes, first period. Here we go.
Well, if you want energy, I think the first thing you do is maybe we'll bring Carter Schick out to take the face off.
We need a centerman.
Schick decides to jump the boards. He was just getting focused.
Well, what I would define that as is well rested. Well rested.
But you're going to get energy out of that young man as the puck goes down and face-off won back by Steamboat as they feed across far side. Stepping up there and running into the linesman is Carson Williams. Regroups and he's able to dump the puck deep into the near side corner as Steamboat is back to pick that puck up and roll it around onto the far side. But pressure from the Raiders. What we want is that forecheck pressure and that offensive zone pressure. And that's what we're looking for immediately. Jake Filler provides as he steals the puck at the blue line, dumps it in, goes for his change. And the forecheck comes on from Trent Schaefer, who had a great game yesterday. Trent turns the man around, picks up the steal, slips the puck over to the near side corner, but it slides off his stick and back towards the point. Chipped up but not out as it's kept in by Paranjape. Now backhanded ahead by Steamboat. They get it clear, come across ice, but tapped right quickly out of the zone there by the steady Teddy Armadas onto his brother Pete's stick, whose shot gets blocked and then tossed out of the zone here by Steamboat. Puck gets fed through the neutral zone. Raiders able to step up, stolen by Beck. Quick shot goes off the pad and out just wide of the cage there. Comes out onto the near side. Steamboat chasing as they go onto the far side there. Big hit comes in as the man didn't try to play the puck, took down Armatas. He's going to get called for a rough as soon as they touch this one up. And we will see the first power play opportunity for the Raiders here, as I believe Jeffrey Hubler is going to go for a rough.
So I haven't had a chance to tune into a few of the last Red games, Tom. Give me a little bit of highlight and color on what we got going on with the power play.
Well, the power play, with Mahalik not up on the point since the injury out in Omaha, their power play numbers were fantastic in the third period of that last game in Omaha.
Yeah.
Scored 5-on-3 power play goals. Yesterday, not a lot of power play opportunities, but I think they're making a little bit of an adjustment here with calling out from the point.
What a goal!
But I think you just brought that in and said, obviously the adjustments have been made as it gets fed short side, and a beautiful shot coming up off the stick of Jake Filler.
Let's take a look at the replay here. I think it's that Filler from the left circle, and he just snipes it over the top right corner of the goaltender.
Oh, right up over the shoulder into a real small window. Filler from Paranjape. Not sure if the secondary assist came across from the other side, but 1-0 Raiders on an immediate power play goal, and there's your answer, I guess, by the players as far as the power play. How's it doing? Not too bad.
Really just shows you the importance of using that point man, and that's where Mahalik comes in so strongly. He's so adept at carrying that point, going from right to left. Good tape-to-tape passes, moving the puck around, creating that triangle down low. Perrin Joppy, if you can fill those shoes, we're going to see some success out of the power play today.
And they get off on the right foot there at 15:24. It goes in, and now we have another penalty call. I don't know what – that's Weston Boys going to the box for Steamboat. I did not see the call on the part of the ref, but the Raiders are right back on the power play again, which could be problems for Steamboat. As the puck gets knocked down, trying to float that one out of the zone was McCarty. Went off a body back in, but the Raiders were offsides. We'll do a face-off just outside the blue line.
So our D pairing on the points here now is Miller. Who we got out here? Miller?
And Williams.
And Williams. Welcome back, Mr. Williams, right?
Beckville plus Damrath up front. Face-off goes back. Miller has it. Taps it far side boards for Damrath. Nice handoff for Beck. Beck cuts in. Quick shot into the glove of the netminder and held by number 30. Is that 33 Hale? In net today, I believe. Yes, indeed. So Rush Hale serving between the pipes here for Steamboat this afternoon.
And did you a favor and did a little pirouette there, right on call.
So 1:46 left in the power play here. Beck with another clean face-off win to the point for Miller. Quickly down on the half boards for Damrath. Cycles there with Beck down to Manville. He walks behind, reverses, then comes out on the near side, creates some space. Good position here for the Sailors, forcing the puck back down on the boards, walking in, shot short side, wide but into the glove of Hale and held off the stick of Beck. So that's where the Sailors probably going to need to get pressure at the points, not leave that room like they did for Perrin Joppy to create previously. Raiders going to try and get into that scoring zone inside. As the faceoff gets one in the defensive zone, but kept in by Beck as he feeds that one back down low. Comes around as Manville walks out, tries to slide through two-man control. Shot, just caught it wide. Puck was on end, he couldn't get it square. Thrown up towards the point, but kept in by Carson Williams briefly. Now breaking out, here comes the Sailors as they come up in transition. Short-handed, chooses just to dump it back in low and then go in himself to chase, diving for the puck. We're going to get a tripping call.
Yeah, Miller's going to head to the box. I don't know that I saw a stick in there. Use his body maybe to bring the player down. And I think it'll be Miller going to the box for two. Nope.
No, I think it's going to be the swing of the stick, creating a 5-on-3 opportunity here for.
Nope.
No.
It's neither.
Good, because I would have liked the no call there over either one of those players going to the box.
Tom, what you were talking about there in the power play and the Sailors boxing up and covering that point, easier said than done. And I tell you that because when you get Beck and Manville down low and their give-and-go tactics and the way that they cycle the puck, it is very easy to have the defenders close that box in, which creates great opportunity on the point, and hopefully we take advantage of that. That's usually our special sauce right there, is that triangle that we create and use that point.
You are very right. As the rush comes up off the stick of Perrin Joppy, finds Carter Schick breaking down the boards, pulls up and waits, looking, comes back to the point for Joppy. Back over to Schick, slides in, goes down around the D, cuts in behind. Good stick there from the Sailor defender, but controlled again by Schick as he feeds and cycles there with Filler. Filler walks through. Jake shot across, goes wide through the crease, might have been looking for a deflection. Instead, it comes all the way up to the point. Schaefer, nice look. Deflected in the 5-hole and then held. I'm not sure how Hale makes that save, as that was a cross-ice pass coming from Schick, looking for the cutting Filler that went off a skate, and that change of direction is awfully tough to pick up for a netminder.
Filler had that on the back door all day long. Saw a lane, beautiful pass. Just like you said, deflected off that stick and snuck in. Fortunate save by the goaltender there, because it looked like it was going to find its way through the 5-hole.
Beck and Manville back out. One back to the point. Comes this side for Carson Williams. Great shot. Rebound. Loose. Bounces over the stick of Manville. Can't control. Or a Beck. And now it goes back down in the corner where Manville battles. Good support coming from Damrath as he gets fed around the near side boards. Pinching in there is Carson Williams to keep it in deep.
Williams.
Now taken by Damrath. There's the space you're talking about as they pack in. Quick shot from the point, flutters off the stick of Miller, wide of the cage there. Backhanded up, but not out as it stays down in the Sailor zone.
Tom is back to even strength.
5-on-5 hockey as the puck comes down the near side boards, glove down and held, now taken up and carried up and out. As Steamboat breaks ahead, man had to pull up at the blue line as Ripley had to lose all his momentum there. Finally gets the puck in. Kempers has it. Kempers tries to fire one towards the net, loosely held and covered by Hernandez, and another whistle.
Well, we have another infraction as well, and I think this is going to be a stick infraction of some sort. We'll see what door opens up and what the call is. 2 minutes for roughing, so not a stick infraction. I didn't see the rough.
Yeah, Carson Williams stepping up there must have caught somebody after the puck was gone. Maybe it was the step up on Kempers after he floated that off the stick. But Carson going to the box at 12:51 of the first period. 2 minutes for a rough. Raiders up 1-0.
Third power play or third penalty called to the game. 2 in favor of the Raiders with power plays. And here's the Steamboat's first power play opportunity.
Puck on the far side boards, flips up over the hand of the Sailor forward. Teddy Armitage back, walls a man off, and then it gets picked up and thrown out of the zone, glove down by Ripley up at center ice for Steamboat. Cutting back through, finds Kempers, sliding into the zone. He gets knocked loose from the puck, but picked up by Haggerty, thrown towards the net. Deflected, never gets on. Ripley's shot, oh, nice deflection, and then a backhand score on the follow-up. There's a nice opportunity created there from the point by Steamboat.
Yeah, and the first one was a beauty deflection. It didn't find its way in, but a fortuitous rebound right off the outside of the post. Bounced back, and Hernandez was not going to be able to recover from that, going post to post. And the Sailors slipped that one in. They're going to tie it up 1-1 with 12:20 to go here in the first period.
That was number 5, Haggerty, first with the deflection, following up his own deflection on net, finds the loose puck and the open net to put it home for the 1-1 tie. And now the Raiders right back at it. That puck gets dumped in there by Skellerud, who had a good game yesterday, assisting on the lone Trent Schaefer goal. Now it comes back out to center ice. Little energy here for Steamboat, but a man offside as he was caught in the zone, couldn't get back, and we'll get a face-off outside the blue line.
Yesterday I had the opportunity to do some color commentating for the RJ White team. 22 total penalties called in that game. It was a tough one. What was the flow like in yesterday's game for our red team?
Well, the flow rate was low, but the flow was smooth. Very few penalty calls. I think the Raiders had 1 power play in the entire game from the early first 2 periods. Definitely more open ice up and down, which helped Creek out as far as moving. But that's been the variability, you're right, in regards to
hard to know what to expect. Yeah, hard to know what to expect.
The refs are still figuring it out, as are the players. But those games are tough.
Coaches and commentators as well.
Well, here we go as the puck is back out to the center ice. Steamboat comes up with it. Nice play there by Schaefer to walk Kenny off the puck. Back down low, Paranjape takes it, reverses back down, 2-man pressure there, forces the puck off his stick to the near side corner. And pushing through as it goes is Kenny again. Continuing to work there, nice job by Paranjape, walls the man off and gets it onto the stick of Filler, and finally out at center ice. Schaefer comes up, finds it, taps it loose, and here it is for for Osgood. Osgood collides there with Schaefer. Puck comes up to the point, but kept in briefly by Jape before it gets picked up and carried out, dumped down by Kenny, who's late in his shift for the Sailors. Puck comes all the way around near side boards off the stick of Miller, ahead for Schaefer. His pass gets deflected off a stick. Nice step up by Beck, tries to knock it free, but it floats back into the Raiders zone. It has to be dumped out there by Paranjape as he goes for a change.
Beck was carrying that like it was a lacrosse ball on the lacrosse stick. He's skilled.
He is a skilled young man. Flipped up and out here to center ice, looking for maybe a little bit of a stretch break off the flip. No go there as it comes right back for Beck, who flashes in. Waits, drops cross, shot, swallowed up, and then knocked down. It's still loose. Raiders looking for it. Manville's got it. Manville comes near side here for Osgood. Osgood in the skates of the ref, loses the puck. Sailor defender flips it around to the far side. They try to gain space coming up on the far side boards. Circling back is number 53. 53. As we'll get our players figured out.
It's 3 times we've played the puck into the Zebras.
Using that extra man to their advantage. That puck comes up and out, gets deflected in, and should be
Nope.
no ice as it comes off the player. Carson Williams stretches out far down ice here for Manville. Manville can't control, battles for it here on the near side board. Gets popped loose, but picked up by Eli Ash, dumped in deep, and here comes Carter Schick on the forecheck. Schick takes it, waits, slides out, reverses in the corner, slips the man, backhands it down, but a good position there. Kept by the Sailors to prevent that centering pass from going across, and now they get up and out of the zone onto the stick of number 9, Jeffrey Hubler. Hubler dumps it all the way down. Teddy Armitage plays it over to the near side corner. Nolan Williams challenged there, and the puck's reversed to the far side for Teddy to pick up and chip up off the boards for Ash. Breaking through, that was an opportunity for Schick as he couldn't quite pick it up. That loose puck, he could have been gone. Instead, behind, Matthew Carter gets dragged down in behind the net as the puck was dumped back in deep there by the Sailors. Playing it there is Steamboat, quick shot short side, held, poked at, still loose. Now finally the whistle blows as it's covered by Hernandez.
So our Regis Raider Red program, they're in the McCard division, and right now in that division we have the Lewis Palmer team that's in first place with 11 points, Mountain Vista with 10, Cheyenne Mountain with 10, and then our Raiders with 8. But I think they're missing 2 points from yesterday, so that would put us tied for second right now in the division.
Correct. And the face-off won back in the defensive zone by the Raiders. Paranjape comes to the near side boards. Cross-ice pass on the stick, but bounces off of Damrath. But he's able to tap it in low, forcing Hale, the netminder, to play it down there down low out into the far side corner. Filler kind of in support for Damrath as the puck gets pinned up under a skate in the far side corner. Finally moving, comes loose for Schaefer. Trent backhands it down low, but again Stripes making a play, knocks that down, and it gets up and out of the zone onto the stick of Kenny for the Sailors. Kenny gets knocked off the puck there by Filler, and it comes over to Hamilton in the corner as Steamboat maintains control. Shot gets sticked up easily aside there by Hernandez, taken by Crowell, and Jake taps it off to the near side where Paranjape feathers it ahead. Raiders finally get it out to center ice, but quickly tap back down in by Steamboat as they're pressing offensively and get it down deep with the chase coming. Hernandez whips it around the far side as he sees the on-rushing Kenny coming. Or that was Ripley actually on the forecheck. And now a turnover up high. Shot comes in, glove down but not held. Finally chipped out of the zone nicely and out and down ice, not deep enough for an icing, which gets the Raiders a change. Steamboat through the middle. Deflection pass comes on, slipping one man is Bose, dumps it in deep. Miller comes down, gets knocked down, but able to feed it back for Carson Williams.
Nice
now
reverse
tapped
by
ahead.
Miller.
Good pickup there by Pete Armitage. Handed off on the puck support from Beck, brings it all the way down low. Beck circles in behind the cage, waits, swings out far side, still on the backhand, comes all the way around, then cuts back, throws it towards the net, but high and wide right, goes up the far side boards where Luke Miller's there to poke it free. Oh, and a big hit coming across, and we're going to get a call going against Beck up high, as Beck's going to get called for the rough as he caught him up tall. Elbow up around the chest. I don't think he got him in the head. They're not calling for a hit to the head. I think they're just calling the rough, but he is getting an explanation from the ref.
Yeah, Beck's going to be heading to the sin bin, and this will be the second power play for Steamboat. 1 for 1 so far on their power play. And just finishing that thought from earlier, Raiders are tied for second in the division, but with a perfect 4-0 record so far.
5-0, yeah.
With yesterday, it would be 5-0, right? Let's kill the penalty, get back on track, and head towards that 6-0 record.
6:47 left first period, 1-1 hockey game. Face-off goes down in deep. Good rush through. Puck picked up there by Haggerty for Steamboat. They get some space back to the point, walking the line. Quick shot comes in, shot high and wide. Comes all the way out to the near side board in the corner. Chasing there is Paranjape, trying to feed one off there for Schaefer. Goes through him and kept in by Steamboat. Haggerty back down low in the corner. Goes down under an edge lost there by the D-man Armitage, but still kept in by Steamboat. Cutting across. That's a good hit by Schaefer as he comes across, separates the man from the puck. That's going to be a moment for Kinney to get himself back up and to the bench on the big clean hit from Trent Schaefer. Stretching through the middle, that'll be a nice, a dump down and an icing call as Ripley was looking for the stretch pass that went awry.
It was Kenny that guy hit, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, that one looked like it surprised him. And Schaefer, a big body. So when he makes the contact, it's going to hurt a little bit, and it did indeed.
6:02 first period, minute 15 left. Face-off down in the defensive zone for Steamboat. They win it back. Pressure up by Damrath as the Raiders continue to kill off the minor penalty to Beck. Miller, great job keeping that in at the blue line. Dumps it all the way back down low, forcing the Sailors to reset.
Watch the stretch man here.
Stretch comes up above. Miller able to control again, flips it up high and down off a high stick, which means if they touch it, which they should, it's in their end anyway, and they do, take a face off to the netminder's right, down in the Sailors zone.
52 seconds left on the Sailors power play. 5:39 remaining in the first period, a 1-1 tie.
Eli Ash going to come out now with Carter Schick up front. Miller stays on the back end with Carson Williams, and a nice clean win there for Schick. He gets pushed into the boards, loses the puck, and we're going to get a call going against the Sailors. A cross check is going to negate the remainder of the power play. So at 5:33 of the first period, we're going to be 4-on-4 hockey as number 22, Lucas Zamnicek, goes to the box.
Color commentating is a tough job. The play-by-play is really tough. The Twitter, that's pretty tough too. But volunteering for that scoreboard and the clock over there by the penalty box, that is the toughest job of all, Tom.
I love this headset and not being down there trying to put all that up. Battle down in the corner. Comes loose. Nice glove down there again by Miller. Good play at the blue line, and then taken away by Ash as he has room to take it around far side.
Nice
28
move.
seconds left before the power play opportunity here for the Raiders. 4-on-4 hockey continues as it stays in the zone. Carter Schick slips free. Looked like he might have gotten hooked just a bit, but no call there, and instead it comes back out and the Sailors break into the zone. Pulls up there as the man Ripley loses it off his stick on a good back check coming from Ash. Forces them to reset and dump it in deep. On the near side, Miller has it. Tries to chip that one loose. Schick supporting, ends up on the far side. Nice look out there by Carson Williams and a cross-ice pass for the fresh feet of Ian Beck from Manville. His shot gets deflected up into the screen.
Good defensive play by the Sailors D there. Going to stick in the lane and make that deflection.
Manville and Beck always knowing where they are. Tape-to-tape pass creates the opportunity. Strong defensive position there to deflect that out of play.
So we're on the power play now. 1:07 left in the power play.
4:40 left first period. Beck's face-off taken by Manville. Walks out into the sideboards, goes up to the point. Matthew Carter comes cross ice for Carson Williams. Shot deflected, redirected, and forced a good save from the netminder, and now the net's knocked off, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off.
I'm kind of conditioned. You hear that whistle without a, what do you say, is a normal infraction on the ice. You're assuming it's going to be a 2-minute minor.
That'll happen all the time when you see 22 penalties go up on the board in the course of the last game you watched.
We're kind of on pace for that today, Mr. Mahalik. Let's stop that nonsense.
Exactly. Beck's face-off goes back up to the point, dumped back down low by Carter. Matthews pass in the feet, but picked up and cleaned out there by Manville. Manville tried to slip the man, couldn't. Good defensive play, but still kept in at the point. Walking down is Carson Williams. He gets met by two players, hands off for Manville in the corner. Manville reverses, goes down coming out of the corner, finds the puck. D doing a good job slowing him up. Don't want to let him get his feet moving. Goes to Beck. Beck gains space there for Carson Williams. Back down low. Manville looking out front. Nice look from Carson. Shot deflects off a body and goes wide. Never got through. Matthew Carter backhands it down low. Overskating it there. Damrath loses it. Gets flipped all the way around the near side boards. Careens up and out.
That was
Steamboat.
Specifically what I was talking about there. You see the Manville and Beck duo, the give and go, and it forces that box to collapse. And the left, I think it was Williams there on the point, wide open, and he can walk in. Love that play. I don't think that there's too much you can draw up to defend that play other than put three guys on that side and overload it from a defensive standpoint.
And in that situation, they hope to get that timely block like they did on the shot from the point because they can't afford to let those guys loose down low.
Yeah, you bring that third guy over and you get a backdoor play all day long.
Well, the Raiders had iced the pucks inadvertently on a stretch pass, but now carrying it back in is Schaefer. Across, looking for the tip there, as that was a nice look across the crease, but just outside of the reach of an on-rushing Crowell. Now Crowell gets back on a nice back check from his D spot after being up in the play. Slows that one up. He gets shot in and deflected off the stick there of Hernandez to the near side boards. Puck comes up the boards but not out. Schaefer taps it off a body collision between two Steamboat players. Puck ends up staying in the zone, and now Steamboat again with numbers. Crowell makes another nice play to negate the opportunity there. 2:56 left, first period, 1-1 hockey game. Puck comes up and out to center ice. Cross ice pass from the Sailors goes behind the man and chipped out of the zone. Up comes Schaefer to try and tip it to himself and ahead. Hand pass though there, negated after it was played by a Steamboat player. Raiders get back on sides. Carter slips around one. Schick shot. He gets the trip call, I think. Trip or a hook call, and he still gets a shot off short side, but it sails wide over the top of the bar. And the Raiders are going to go back on the power play with 2:32 left in the period. That's going to be number 23, Ripley, for a trip.
This will be the fourth power play of the period for the RJ Raiders. They converted on one. So at a 25% clip right now.
You don't often see that trip call when the man didn't go down to the ice. He was able to step through it, and a lot of times they'll just let that run.
And from my vantage point, it didn't look like he extended the leg or
anything.
Yeah.
So Damrath gets it off the face-off win from Beck. Puck back up, thrown down low there by Carson Williams, just wide of the net. Manville in right away. Ties the man up, which frees the puck to come back to the point for Williams. Onto the half board there, waiting. It's Beck walking in, slides across the front. Cross ice pass opens up some space there for Miller. Shot sticked aside by the netminder, Hale, and it bounces over the stick of Manville and all the way down to the Raider blue line. Carson Williams pulls up, skates through the man. Now it comes cross for Beck. He lets it go for Manville as he slides on. Manville hands that one off as Beck scissors down. Man steps out on him, but it goes through for Damrath. Damrath's got to keep his feet moving there and control that puck, and does. Now back for Beck. He finds Williams at the point. Cross ice pass, no room. Williams snaps a quick shot again wide, but the rebound picked up and then the net gets knocked off by the netminder as Manville was on the doorstep looking to bury the rebound.
So for those of you at home, the pegs in those nets, all it is a little bit of a pin at the end of it that gets knocked into the ice, and that's why it comes off so easily. You know, that's important. It's an important feature for hockey at this level in the sense that you never want anyone sliding into the net and getting injured, for that to be stuck in its position. But it also subsequently makes for a net that comes off relatively easily.
Especially with our size netminders and their, I will say, ability to know when they need a whistle. And they can sometimes get a body edge onto that post, and it comes off pretty easy.
You get a 170-pound goalie who's going side to side.
Not too hard to knock it off.
Not too hard to knock it off.
That clearing attempt gets deflected off a stick up out of play, and so we'll do it again here to Hale's left.
Back in our day when we used to watch the NHL, those things were fixed into the ice.
And you saw a lot more injuries of guys sliding into those posts. Schick's face-off down. Filler comes through, tries to dig it free, and does. Eli Ash comes up with it, waits in the corner, reverses, and then comes back below. Nice defensive position there by Steamboat to tie him up. Now Filler comes across in support, now taken back by Ash. Smartly comes near side for Carter Schick. Schick waits, comes to the point for Paranjape. Back to Schick down on the half board. Short side shot, save. Backhand goes wide off the stick of Filler. Schick quickly picks that up. Slides back out, finds room at the point. Schaefer back down for Schick. Schick reverses. Back up for Trent. Trent pulls back and finds Carter. Carter goes cross ice. That one looks like he was going across for Filler, but got picked off by Ash and then turned over and dumped up out of the zone. Chasing down is number 12, Rushton, with 40 seconds left in the period, 7 seconds left in the power play, and now a call that's going to go against Schaefer for a trip here late in the first period, as the forecheck pressure that came from Rushton pays dividends for the Sailors. And to the box, 2 minutes for tripping for Trent Schaefer.
So it's going to be the third power play for the Sailors. They've got one power play goal thus far through the first period. This is penalty number 7 for the period between the two. And I think for what I'm going to guess is maybe our junior ref, that's call number 1. So if we're counting between the two refs, I think that's what I got on my log here.
Here it comes up on the near side, gloved up but not down, and then out of the zone, backhanded ahead by Manville. Hit down by Kempers after the puck was gone. Manville kind of looked up and said, hey, based on what's been going on, I thought I might get a call there. To no avail. 15 seconds left in the period. Kempers carries it on, slips down, goes cross ice, but behind his man cutting from the point. 9 seconds left. Sailors keeping it out on the point, waiting, tries to walk cross, goes cross ice, hops through the stick there of Haggerty, and then in time expires. So at the end of 1-1 hockey game.
You want to be a special teams player if you're in this game. If you're not, you're probably struggling watching from the bench a little bit, not getting a lot of ice time. A penalty-filled period. I think a pretty even period between the two teams. Most of the action, again, coming on the power play or on the special teams.
Well, when you get a penalty count like that, you know you're going to have very little 5-on-5 hockey. And so for the lines, I'm sure it's been a little frustrating not getting their regular line work together. And in this case, with a few injuries on the Raider lineup, I'm sure they're still trying to figure each other out with the way the lines have been reworked.
Yeah. So listen, let's have a little fun here, Tom. And I gave you a couple of these questions before the game, and I know you...
which I did not know.
You did not know, so we're going to be real honest. We got pure honesty here. He's got no access to the internet, and I'd encourage you fans at home, I'm going to have a little bit of NHL trivia and ask a few questions here. We'll bring you the answers maybe in between the second and the third period before we get back on the ice. I'm going to throw a few questions on you or at you here. No cheating, no Googling. Whatever your internet search is, don't put the phones down. Don't be rushing to the office. Here's a couple questions for you, Tom. Our first player in the NHL to have ever ended the season with at least 100 points. And here's what I'd encourage. We got Jim Manville over here on Twitter. If you want to send us the response that you think it is without cheating, you just got to find us at @hockey_Raiders, and you can hit us up on that with your answers.
Feed your answers into the Twitter account.
Who do you think the first player ever in the history of the NHL was at a 100-point or better total points for the season?
I'm going to go with Gordie Howe.
I'm not going to give you the answer to the end of the second period. Second one's a little easier. First player in the history of hockey to ever achieve 200 points in one season.
That's the one I will know. That's Wayne Gretzky, the great one.
Well, we'll assume you might be right with that one, and we'll confirm that here in a little bit. How many seasons, and he is the one and only player to, if that's the right answer, I'm giving it away here, but if he was, I'm going to guess he was the one and only player ever to do it. How many seasons would he have achieved that result?
So my first thought is going to be 6.
Okay.
6 times with 200 points more.
We'll see how you do. And then one last question here I'll throw at you, and we'll bring you these answers here a little later. There was only one player ever to get 200 points. There's one other got relatively close. Who was that?
I'm going to say Mark Messier.
How many points do you think he got?
170.
We'll see how you did later.
So wrong. So please help me out on Twitter, folks. Guarantee you I was so wrong except for one of those answers.
Yeah, I can guarantee it as well.
Face off to start the second period. Raiders on a penalty kill for 1:20. Puck all the way around, backhanded the point, but not out there by Manville. Kept in by Steamboat as they jump down low. Carson Williams tries to ride the man off. Good slip there and gets a pass out front. Oh, it passes up a shooting opportunity, comes near side, has to be settled. Sailors go cross ice again. Fans on the shot. Reversing, there was Haggerty back inside looking for Kempers. That puck instead goes in behind the net, comes up and now chipped out of the zone by the Raiders and all the way down ice with 47 seconds left on the power play for Steamboat. Beck and Manville waiting on the forecheck. Manville around center ice, forces the pass near side. Kempers has it, walks it on. Backhands back out for Haggerty. Tried to go back when he had a great shooting lane. Kempers gets a shot off. Save made by Hernandez. Second shot from Haggerty also saved. Now cross ice pass blocked off of Kempers. He stick lifts and goes into the corner. A little two-man game going between him and Haggerty.
That was great patience, by the way, with Hernandez. He was patient as that puck was awkwardly floating towards him. Could have easily put himself out of position. Great patience, great goaltending. Good job, Mr. Hernandez.
Stays calmly square as Ripley carries it on. Tries to drop past there, but gets picked off by Beck. Beck's stick work gets knocked free, but Miller, doing a great job, steps up and backhands it out of the zone. Down ice, And
Eli
the
Ash.
icing negated by Ash's footwork as he hustles down on the forecheck pressure. Now dumped all the way back down, no ice here, comes in on Hernandez, chipped aside for Miller. Miller, with 2 men on, flips it up off the boards on the near side corner. Carter Schick can't control as it's bouncing on him, and a shot comes up off the stick of Hamilton into the glove of Hernandez.
We are back to even strength, by the way, so let's see if we can get some 5-on-5 action, maybe for the next 15-11 of the second frame.
What a novel idea. Let's see, as we move ahead, see if Stripes can limit his interruption to the flow of this hockey game. Jake Filler's face-off. He plays it ahead, poaches it free, but kept in at the point by McCarty and all the way down around where Carson William retrieves. Goes to the far side boards, chipped off by Trent Schaefer, but it hops over the stick of Filler and gets dumped right back in. So Matthew Carter has to play it ahead for Damrath with a nice clean exit for Filler from the zone. That was offsides, but he comes back out, touches up. It's all good. Down goes Damrath on the forecheck, looping around and carrying it out with speed. Comes the defenseman for Steamboat, feeds it ahead and down. Played there by Carson Williams. Loose for Filler. Filler comes ahead. McCarty backing up. Room there for Schaefer to pick it up. He loses the puck. Now a good cross-ice position. Shot comes from Matthew Carter. Flex up. Goes over the outside of the net. Taken by Damrath. He tried to send one back to the middle. Gets deflected off a skate. Luke regroups, throws it out, just misses his man as he had Beck coming on, cutting to the middle, but it was just wide and all the way back down to the Raiders zone. Carson Williams feeds it around the far side, ends up being picked up there by Steamboat. Kemper's again battling there as he's been on a puck a lot here early in the second period. Kemper's gets it taken away, backhanded down low into the glove of Hernandez off the stick of Hubler.
I'd be remiss if I neglected to call out who our sponsor was today. Tom, our sponsor is you. Thank you very much. Share a little bit about the business. I know we got limited time between whistles here, but just give us a highlight. What's the business, Tom?
Regis support from Advanced Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, myself and my partner, Dr. Jim Lessig. Always happy to support big lovers of hockey and myself of Regis Hockey. So glad to be a part of it.
And when we talk about support, just to make that clear, that is 8 games plus this season between the 2 Regis programs. We couldn't be more grateful than what we are for your support, your partner support, your business's support. Thank you, Tom.
Down the puck goes into the zone. Raiders trying to get the forecheck pressure on and do. Manville waits, goes back for Beck on the sideboards. His shot goes off the side of the post and now chipped at by Manville. Back up to the point for Crowell. His shot blockered aside there by the netminder. Comes out near side, goes off a stick up and out of play, and we'll get a face-off inside the zone, I believe, of Steamboat as line changes come for the Sailors.
All right, you want the answer to the first trivia question?
I'll take it.
It's Esposito. Phil Esposito is the first. Give me a nod here. Did we get, yeah, we got shots on goal. Wow.
Shot from Crowell, deflects off the leg of Rushton, goes out far side, and that gives a room for the Sailors to break out. Nice stick there by Crowell to knock it back out of the zone, forcing the Sailors offsides.
Yes, I believe it might have been, and I may have my era wrong here, but I think maybe in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, Phil Esposito was the first player in the history of the NHL to close the season with 100 points or greater.
And that's probably before the NHL went to the 82-game slate, would be my guess.
I think your guess would be spot on.
Wow, and that makes it that much more impressive. Eli Ash carries it down low, chipped around to the far side for Nolan Williams by Carter. Schick plays it back down low. Ash has it, wheels out. Ash getting defended well there, has to battle for that puck. Gets some support there from Schick, who taps it free. Nolan Williams, good job stepping up on the body of the bigger player for the Sailors, but it still comes out of the zone. Ash forced to take it back. Nice skate work there by Matthew Carter to prevent that puck from going the other way with odd men. Back down into the Sailor zone. Gormley takes it and fires one out that goes through everyone and down, and that should be icing, and it is.
So with 12:20 to go in the second period, we're at a 1-1 tie still. The shots on goal after the first period were 14-8 in favor of Steamboat. So after being wounded with, I think it was a 5-1 loss against Mountain Vista yesterday.
6-1 yesterday,
was it
yeah.
6-1? They came to play today.
Which you would expect. Raiders win the face-off, but it gets thrown out high and out of the zone. Circling back there is Carson Williams at his own end. Turns and comes back up at the blue line for Damarath. His cross-ice pass goes through 2 men and down low. Played around by number 22, Zamnicek. Now on the near side boards, the chase continues. Puck comes all the way back out to the neutral zone. Raiders reset as it's fed ahead off the stick of Schaefer. Puck finally back out. Schaefer has to take it again at his own blue line. Cross-ice pass goes off the boards and rushed up here by Miller. Flips it into the zone, goes off of a defender for Steamboat, and ricochets here to the near side. Steamboat looking for some cross-ice space. Beautiful defensive play by Miller to keep it in and send it back down low, preventing the breakout there by the Sailors. Near side, Damarath has it, waits, tap loose for Filler. Filler takes it, looks out front, backhand shot, in front, shot, down low, it's covered, whistle comes, bodies everywhere, as Schaefer gets pulled out of the crease by a Sailor defender.
This is why I'm the color commentator. The play-by-play, my eyes, I don't know they are what they were years ago. I had that wrong. So as our assistant here, Mr. Jim Manville has been, pointing out and getting the numbers from the clock operator. It's actually the reverse. It was 14 shots in favor of the Raiders over Steamboat with 8.
Okay. It's all right.
They still came to play today.
That's right, without question.
We got a pause in action here. It looks like we're going to have a 5-minute major going on the board. We'll see who's coming to the box.
And that's, it must be whoever sent Trent Schaefer down into the net following the scrum. There must have been a stick that got up high.
So that's going to be an ejection as well, I think. Let's get this squared away.
Doors open for the Sailor penalty box, so the major definitely up on the board going against Steamboat.
Well, while they'll figure that out, I'll give you the easy answer. The first NHL player to ever reach 200 points in one season. What was your guess?
Wayne Gretzky.
The one and only.
So tell me, how far off? How many seasons did Gretzky score 200?
4.
4. That was my other guess that we talked about earlier. But I stuck with 6 because that was my first choice. And the puck taken down. Now the Raiders get a 5-minute major, which means score as many goals as you like. Players going to have to serve the full 5 minutes. Raiders had an opportunity earlier this year to have the same circumstance against Castleview. Scored 3 goals in the 5-minute major in order to break open what was then a very tight game just like this one. So Raiders looking to try and get things going, but the power play sees the puck thrown all the way down ice by Steamboat, and Carson Williams back to reset and get the puck moving ahead. Ian Beck now has it, cuts up ice off for Damarath on the far side. Position away there by the defender. Damarath has to fight for the puck back in the far side corner. Flipped up, deflects off a leg, and comes just outside the zone as the Raiders reset. Schaefer fresh on the ice. Hands that one off. Breaking ahead is Paranjape. Backhands it up. Goes off of a nice stick defensive play by Kempers. Forcing Paranjape back as time bleeds off at 3:56 now of the power play. Paranjape breaks ahead. Kemper's backing up for Steamboat. Jape goes around him down the far side. Loops in behind the D down low. Tried to feed one out front. Got deflected. That gives control for the Sailors, but it's weakly sent up and kept in there as Schaefer takes a shot from the point that's sticked up into the screen harmlessly by Hale.
What happens with these 5-minute majors, to your point, you know that you're going to get the whole 5 minutes out there, Tom. And oftentimes you start slow because you assume you've got all the time in the world to get it set up, get it deep. A couple clears, that usually takes up about 15 seconds each time, and it evaporates real quick. Let's get set up in the offensive zone, and let's get going.
Play with some urgency, boys.
Yep.
As the puck gets controlled on the near side, Carter Schick hands that one back off. Crossing pass onto the stick of Filler. His shot gets deflected wide. Taken back by Pete Armitage. Finds Carter Schick on the far side. Schick again tries to center it. Deflects off the leg, so Filler regains control in behind. The circle's up high. Hands that one off for Trent Schaefer. A shot deflected off the stick of Armitage and goes wide. Carter Schick's dump in gets picked off on a nice read defensively by Steamboat and thrown all the way down ice. Paranjape pulls up behind, and here's an opportunity for him to start the rush as a man is down. Comes up onto the near side, taken by Filler. Jake breaks in, slides out, hands that off for Schick. Oh, goes through the stick of Trent Schaefer and back out as the Raiders are forced again to regroup on the power play. Turnover onto the stick of Haggerty. Haggerty coming down, waits, feeds it back across just outside of the range of Hamilton, as that would have been a 2-on-1 opportunity on the turnover by the Raiders from the point.
We're looking disorganized, Tom.
2:25 left in the power play, yet to get set up in the zone. Manville takes it himself, walks in, waits, looks back for Damrath, shot deflected, just goes wide. There was room there. Manville comes up with it, has the point, and finds him. Matthew Carter goes back cross ice, hops all the way through Carson Williams, and goes out to the far side boards, and now carried up and out and down ice by Kinney. His shot, 5-hole score, and you got one on the power play, but unfortunately it's a shorthanded opportunity, and Kinney puts it home. So at 8:17 of the second period, Raiders give up a shorty, and they're down 2-1.
You could feel the energy shift there in the power play. We were a little disorganized, to your point, not getting set up in the offensive zone, maybe not the sense of urgency. And then from a D side, you know, they're attacking the puck carriers. They're quick to react to the play, winning the 50-50 battles, and that resulted in a nice little break-in, and he slips it through the 5-hole of Hernandez.
Now the Raiders find themselves down 2-1 in the midst of this 5-minute major, and there can be a huge momentum shift, not only killing off a big penalty like that, but then to bring the shorthanded goal into the fray, and you're talking about big energy here for Steamboat.
I looked it up years ago. I don't know if the stat's still relevant, but the number of times that you execute on a power play after letting up a shorthanded goal is very minimal. It takes us a conversion rate of about 20% down to about 5 or less. But let's see if we can break those odds. Let's break those odds. Let's beat those odds. We got a minute 44 left on the 5-minute major. Let's get set up down there. Let's get organized. Go tape to tape with some passes and convert here.
Well, first we got to get puck possession as that get dumped out nicely again and down on net by the Sailors. Now back in his own end, Teddy Armitage waits, slides in behind the net, peels out. Kenny's up on the forecheck. Near side for Beck. Beck has room to gain the zone. All the way down he goes, but a man is offsides as Manville was a step early. As Beck stick handled there at the blue line.
So down 2-1, second period, 7:36 left on the clock for the second. 1:18 left on the power play.
Yeah, Raiders looking a little disjointed. I think they need to get back to the system here. Let's see if the Schick line can get it going. Puck all the way down in. Filler coming in on the forecheck, snapped around the near side. Puck came up, kept in though by Schick. Nice job by Carter. Now quick pass, shot off the pipe and out. There's what you're looking for as the opportunity came on. Tapped on by Paranjape, but flipped up out of the zone. Jape hands that one back off. Schaefer comes cross ice. Nice anticipation by Haggerty, but even better there by Paranjape to come across and bring it in. Fans though on the shot as it's loose for Schick. Schick's shot ends up in the glove of Hale and held.
So I got a question for you. I've been thinking about this with the new USA rules. We just saw a player down there without a stick, and he went for the body contact. The new USA hockey rules indicate that you have to be playing the puck in order to make the contact. How does that a rule apply to somebody without a stick?
Well, I saw that rule enacted back in Omaha where a man came in and laid a check on a player after losing his stick from behind, and he was called for a trip.
So I guess it applies still.
Filler feeds it around the near side. Schick has it, walks down in behind, flips it to himself, waits, cuts out, goes high there. Paranjape comes near side for Schaefer. Schaefer shot through traffic, somehow gloved by Hale. Wasn't sure he found it. He's shrugging his shoulders and saying, ended up in my glove, no problem.
Schaefer, that new twig, has got some speed with it. That was a beautiful shot.
Rising wrister, handled by Hale. And it stays 2-1 at 6:39 of the second period. Shorthanded goal here in the second for Steamboat. Puts them up 2-1. 21 seconds left on the power play for the Raiders. Flipped out of the zone and down. It comes all the way in, chipped aside to the far side corner there by Hernandez.
There's a hook.
There's a hook that doesn't get called, and the guy's right there. But that stick was up in the hands of Carson Williams. Comes across here looking for Beck. He flashes in. It hopped through him, but he's able to touch it up. Comes out high. Matthew Carter's shot gets blocked. Tapped loose there, picked up by Beck. Shot short side, held by Hale.
So we're back to even strength. 6:11 to go in the second.
And so the stats hold true as the Raiders do nothing on the 5-minute major after giving up the shorty. And they go back to even strength, down 2-1 in the second, 6:11 left.
To your point, those shorties can be huge momentum shifts.
Puck comes out.
Another power play coming.
And that's going to be a penalty as Crowell, not on the puck, gets taken down. And in the new USA Hockey rules, you will see, unless, let's see what comes up. Yes, Kempers is going to the box here, I believe. Probably for a rough would be my guess, as he gets an explanation there.
So we'll see 2 minutes back on the board. This will be power play number 6 for the Regis Raiders this afternoon.
Our percentage is dropping as we were 1 for the first 5.
Yep.
Let's see what we can do here. Schick right back out to take the face-off at 6:06. Tap back towards the point, taken by Paranjape, forced to backhand it in low. Schick has it, walks around the linesman, takes it down, then comes back up the boards. Back to the point for Schaefer. Schick walks in, perfect setup there, but the shot coming off the stick of Filler goes wide. Nice step up there by Paranjape, but he can't quite control. Another nice play by Filler to keep it in play. Jape comes near side. Eli Ash can't quite find it. Finally settles there for Schaefer. He gets some space, but it's outside of the reach of Filler on the far side. Down low it goes right away. Shot deflects up off a stick. Carter Schick's shot goes up into the screen and out of play. Nice work up top to keep the puck in play and in the zone. Fine Schick down low, but a good defensive stick puts that out of play.
And Schick definitely had the right idea. He saw a little mesh there, top right-hand corner. Just the trajectory, or like you said, a little deflection coming off the defender.
Clean face-off win up at the point.
Ooh.
Carson Williams lost it briefly, but regained control there as Manville. Tried to play a little give and go there, but good defensive back check there by the Sailors. Now comes near side for Matthew Carter. Waits, goes all the way through Carson Williams. He was being pressured there by number 17, Kenny. Kenny takes it, walks it up. Our shorthanded goal scorer gets his pass blocked down in a skate, and instead the Raiders come up with it and carry it ahead, pressing on. That creates room. Beck, oh, he had Manville. Manville wanted that on the back door.
Yes.
Beck didn't see it. His shot got deflected off a leg as the Sailors were slow getting back. And there was an opportunity missed for the Raiders.
The lane may not have been open there, too, as far as our vantage point. It looked like it was, but that's tough to tell.
He may have not had the room. Now that deflected puck goes right back in the zone, wrap around, save, and the man goes down. That's going to be a tripping call that may go against
Schick.
Against Schaefer.
Schaefer, yeah.
Trent's going to be back in the box, negating the last 28 seconds of power play time. And we are steadily moving towards our 21 to 22 penalty number with continued whistles here in the second.
And this will be the 4th opportunity for the Sailors. 1 for 3 thus far.
First, we'll do some 4-on-4 hockey for 28 seconds. Hamilton in for the face-off against Schick. Schick for the Raiders. Wins it over to the far side. Flipped up and out, but into the bench by Miller. And we'll go back and do it again.
And back in the D zone.
4:29 of the second period. 2-1 Steamboat Springs. Face-off is down, taken by Filler. Backhands it up and out of the zone. Back down to the Sailor blue line. Picked up by Ripley. Slides back, pressured by Schick, but now he wheels and carries ahead. Coming across to slow him up there is Filler. Forces Ripley for the backhand dump in that's sticked aside by Hernandez. Back in behind the net. Hamilton tries to feed it out front. Good skate there by the Raiders D, Armitage, and now it comes ahead. Schick trying to push it.
Sailors are on the power play.
Power play opportunity as Filler gets back. Shot comes in. Blocker to side there by Hernandez on the short side. There was a tiny bit of room. Nice save made. Now chipped off a body, stays in. Hamilton waits, hands it back at the point. Shot gets dumped actually down in the deep corner as he had no angle. Miller ties the man up, and in comes Armitage. Armitage trying to kick it loose, goes out to the far side, and now we have a penalty call going against
That was a late call.
the Raiders, and we're going to get a rough going against Miller, which our lead ref has been tight tonight with the calls.
I think I got some bad news for you. I believe that's the one that reffed last night's game for our RJ White team. Not being critical, just the way he calls it, as long as it's even. It is what it is, and it's USA hockey rules. So we're going to be down 2 men for a minute 2, 3:36 to go in the second period.
5-on-3 opportunity here. Last thing we need is a good scoring chance for the Sailors. Tipped away, but not out of the zone there by Paranjape. Goes back down low for Kempers. He pulls up, feeds it around the near side for Hamilton. Hamilton circles out. He scissors with Kinney as he comes down from the point. Crossing pass goes off the stick there of Paranjape to the corner. Schick tries to slap it ahead, now taken by Beck. Beck walks it out, decides to skate it himself, and fires it in. Stick to side there by Hale. Beck right in on it for the rebound. Now he's breaking out, coming back on the back check as the puck comes up on the stick of Ripley. Ripley slides through. Paranjape does a great job swinging him free from the puck, and then harmlessly goes wide of the cage and is now back in behind. Picked up by the Sailors as they create space out on the near side. Cross-ice pass goes through the skates of the onrushing Kenny. Now controlled by Haggerty. Haggerty circles back. Waits, feeds near side for Kenny.
One Raider joining the play.
Kenny's cross-ice pass goes off a skate, comes out of the zone, and Schaefer feeds that one off. Now up comes Haggerty, hands that one back, goes in between the skates of Kempers. Now taken back, and here we go as Beck is back up loose. Fires one down low, through the stick there of Hale out to the corner. Schaefer trying to dig for it, man goes down. Manville, be careful there, don't want to take a trip and go right back onto the odd numbers. Still 30 seconds left in the power play opportunity. Shot goes in high up over the bar off the stick of number 5, Haggerty. Ripley circles at the point, backhand across, creates space there. Shot comes in, blocked down by Teddy Armitage, and then backhanded out of the zone by Damrath. Damrath, good step up there, forces the puck loose, gets knocked off the boards onto the stick of Matthew Carter, who flips it all the way down ice. 4 seconds left in the penalty, and the Raiders kill it off and get back to even strength. Puck is loose at center ice, flipped up in the air and down off the stick of Paranjape. Jape steps up and bangs it into the zone, comes right in and just wide of the cage, no icing. Manville hustling, gets to the puck first, comes through, feeds a pass. Damrath's shot goes wide. He was harassed there by the defender, Rushton. Now out front, beautiful look there for Manville, but he can't get the shot off as the man came across defensively to make a good play. Chipped into the zone and stick to side out to the far side boards there by Hernandez, and now picked up by Paranjape and passed off for Schick. Schick gets it out to center ice, but Sailors have it, come near side, and Rushton fires it all the way around for Steamboat to the far side boards. Puck is loose in the skates, tap free, comes up and out of the zone. Rushton forced to retreat back and wait, then chips it in as the Sailors touch up. Puck comes back to the near side boards, reversing and pushing up ice. Fed ahead, looking for a stretch out there for Carter Schick. Picked off by Rushton and put back in the zone.
30 seconds to go in the middle frame.
Back in behind. Teddy Armitage waits. Now it comes up and out. Schick, nice stick work by Rushton. Good D. Slips the man, and the Bay keeps on side. Now Teddy Armitage down low, gets ridden off into the boards, but takes the puck away, and with 10 seconds left, feeds it up the far side for Beck. And now the net is off, and a whistle, which is unfortunate, as the Raiders were about to clear.
As I indicated, they kind of slam those pegs into the ice, and if there's one peg out of the 4 that doesn't seem to be fixed very well, it's that one.
And off it comes.
Might want to be a little more attentive to that peg in the second intermission.
9.4 left on the clock here, 9.4 seconds. Face off in the defensive zone for Beck. Beck wins it, backhands it ahead and out, and that should take care of trouble as they have to touch up and get back on side. And the clock should expire here with the puck at center ice. And a 2-1 hockey game as we go to the ice mate.
We're going to need a stronger third period. We're going to need fewer penalties, and we're going to need to bring our game in the third period as well. We'll be back probably in about 10, 15 minutes here We'll bring some stats to you, the shots on goal.
Finish the trivia.
Finish the little trivia. No cheating, Tom. Let me see, where's your phone?
My phone is hidden in my pocket.
Okay.
I only respond to my wife's texts and probably the call service, I promise.
And that's how it should be in life right there. So we'll see you guys. We'll be back in action in about 10 minutes. All right, Mr. Tom Mahalik, we got the players coming out or back on the ice for the third period here momentarily as the refs make an appearance. The shots on goal in the second period were once again in favor of the Raiders. 11-9 over the Sailors, which makes the total through 2 periods 25-17. We keep that pace. Good things to come in the third period, Tom?
Absolutely. I think a little regrouping. I'm sure a little conversation with the coaches there in the locker room. But I think that's a pretty well-timed ice make for the Raiders. They needed that opportunity to get reset, refocused, to come out here, and I expect them to play a good third period.
We're a third period team. Let's polish off or finish up the trivia. I'm going to answer some of your questions here. I gave you Esposito was the first one to 100 points in the NHL to wrap up a season. Gretzky indeed was the first one to 200 points in the NHL, and he did it 4 times. Your guess was 6. Your second guess was 4. I'm only giving you one guess. So it was 4 times. The closest player, and who did you say? The closest player?
I said Messier.
Messier, as far as getting to 200 points one season. And again, no NHL player in the history of the league has ever done it. The closest player to come to 200 points in one season is the Magic Man, Mr. Mario Lemieux. Now here's the part that's going to sadden you. How close do you think he got?
No idea.
199 points.
No. Was that early 90s then? Yeah. Probably his heyday, maybe before he made his comeback.
Probably early 90s. 199 points is how he closed the season.
Oh, my.
So I got one last question for you. I have a little fun. I said there's lots of great hockey families that have played in the NHL between cousins and brothers and we'll say dads and sons. The likes of Bobby Hull, Brett Hull, the Suitors or the Sutters. 7 brothers played together in the NHL. And I can go on and on and on and share all the different families and the legacy of this sport. What family, regardless of their relationship, has scored the most points in the history of the NHL?
And I had no idea.
Got a guess?
No, I picked the one with the most players. So go with the Sutters family, because Suitors, I think, with 7 people out there, but I know they're not top-notch scorers. We'll have to
back
see.
in action. I'll share the answer to that one. If you guys want to share it on Twitter, it's @hockey_Raiders. Get engaged.
Here we go. Puck is down, banged into the zone there by Manville, goes down low, fed around to the far side there by Haggerty. Stepping up is Carson Williams. Williams flips it back down for Beck. Beck has it, tries to backhand it free, gets knocked off his stick. Fans on the clearing, gives the puck up out front. Shot! What a save made by Hale, as that net was open for Beck. Manville with a beautiful centering pass. Hale gets the blocker out and deflects it up into the screen. That net looked open. That was a great shot.
Beck could do nothing different on that play. Was that pass from Manville?
Yes, indeed.
That was a beauty. What an incredible save by the Sailors goaltender.
Kept in by the Raiders. Back down. Beck dives, taps it off far side. Rushton chips it off, but he can't get it. And there's Pete Armitage quickly onto it. Back for Manville, working down low again. Finds Beck out high. Shot. Gets knocked down off a body. Tap free. Paranjape has it. Flips it in. Deflects off a leg. Just wide of the net. Now up the near side. Here it comes again for Paranjape. Throws it back down low. Manville comes in, but it deflects off the side of the net and out to the near side corner. Now it goes off a body, and that gives room for the Sailors to escape as Kenny skates ahead, flips it in, goes off the stick of Paranjape wide of the net, back in behind. Paranjape comes up with it, steady as he goes, feeds it out high, comes up through the middle onto the stick of Schaefer, knocked loose but not out of the zone as it's kept in by Jape. Schaefer has it, wheels down low, waits, shot short side, goes all the way around,
Too many men
comes
on the
out,
ice.
And that's 6, count them 6.
Ice.
How do you miss that? As that is 6 players.
He's got it.
Touched up by the Raiders. Into the ref it goes as Paranjape takes him down. And now the whistle blows, and we've got too many men.
So that sequence of events was an odd one. We had the back referee who ultimately called it. We had the Sailors with possession. The whistle didn't go. And then inadvertent contact between our Raiders player and the referee which caused him to not be able to blow the whistle because he was down on the ice.
With his back to the play.
With his back to the play. So ultimately he was able to get that whistle to his mouth and he blew it, but that is exactly what the call was, which was too many men on the ice. So there's our first penalty of the third period, and the Raiders will be going on the power play at the 15:29 mark. Glad to see that we seem to have an extra pep in the step here for the third period. Very characteristic of our Regis Raiders program.
We talked about those first couple of shifts out, and why not a power play opportunity? Schaefer taps it down low on the faceoff win for Ash. He hands that one off for Carter Schick, and Schick comes around. Ooh, looked like the wraparound might have been open, but he feathers it back out to the point for Miller. Back down for Schick. Hands that one off. Filler comes out.
Back door.
Looks. Back off there for Miller. Down low. Waiting, looking for the cross-ice space. Oh, walking in there was Filler. Gets knocked off his stick, though. Man, he had room, and then he lost it. Carried up into the blue line and out softly by Kempers. Right back in on the stick of Schick. And dumped out and back into the Raiders zone. Miller all the way back. Here's where you want to get started. Want some crisp passing here and take advantage and make this power play work. As it comes through the middle, stolen by Kempers, carries it on, tries to backhand it down low, taken away there by Filler, and then he knocks Filler's stick out, and Kempers is going to get a slash.
Play, yep.
Let him touch it and get the 5-on-3. Just give the puck up and let him touch it. And we'll get 5-on-3 opportunity for a minute. 59 seconds of 5-on-3. Kempers is going to go for either a slash or a delay a game.
So I've seen different schools of thought on that, and if you can get the goalie to the bench, you ultimately have the 6-on-4. I'm a big believer in what you suggested, which is unless you got good scoring chances or an open lane, go ahead and give that puck up as quickly as you can. Just be careful that you don't dump it into open space, but give that puck up as quickly as you can. Let's get the 5-on-3 out there. We got a full 1 minute on the 5-on-3, or at least 59 seconds. We're down by 1 goal. Let's see if we can convert.
And one of their top penalty killers is just the man that went into the box. So that creates an opportunity again as the Raiders circle the top. There it is for Beck, cross through the middle, but into the skates there of Damrath. He goes down. Back up at the point. Gets knocked off the stick there of Paranjape. He has to recover, and now it's out of the zone, loose and knocked ahead. As a good forecheck opportunity there by Fortna.
A 1-on-4 here. A 1-on-5.
Patience and gets set up in the zone. Comes near side for Damrath. Luke gets stood up there by the defenseman, but picked up there by Manville as he flashes in behind. Stretches out as we finish the change and get back to the two-man advantage. Tries to find Beck through the middle. Taps at it, goes to the near side corner, never on net. Back up to the point, should be able to walk. Shot, snap shot, score! And Luke Miller gets on the board!
Our featured player of the game with a one-timer.
Traffic in front.
Traffic in front. Welcome back, Mr. Miller.
And there you have it. Power play goal in the 5-on-3 with 7 seconds left. We'll have another minute 8 of power play time on the Kempers slash. So at 13:36 is a 2-2 hockey game. Miller with the goal. Beautiful screen there you'll see on the replay from Beck as he cut through.
It doesn't need to come in at 70 miles per hour. It just needs to be on net, and it's got to be timely. You got to get traffic in front of the net. No reason you shouldn't have traffic in front of the net with a two-man advantage. Job well done, Raiders.
And the Raiders get it evened up. Now it's back on for Paranjape. Little helter-skelter there in the neutral zone, but Jape flees it ahead, and it goes off the stick of Schaefer and all the way down in the zone. Fed around on the boards, but anticipating that was Carter Schick. He picks it up and goes down low. Back in the corner. Back up, comes to the point. Shot from Paranjape. Score on the short side. That's a beautiful screen again from Schaefer.
No, Schaefer tipped that one.
Did he tip it?
I think so. Let's watch the replay here.
Shot from the point by Paranjape. Schaefer is celebrating.
I'm nearly positive.
Yes. You see the redirect, and it comes off and goes in short side. Schaefer, 2 goals in 2 games, 4 goals in the last 3 games. Schaefer is a man on fire.
I don't mean to put this on his parents, but I say that kid breaks the stick every game. New twig every game, Mr. Schaefer. Let's keep the streak going.
And it's a 3-2 lead for the Raiders. 2 power play goals, and here we are at 13:09 as the Raiders regain the lead. There's the puck is down, chipped into the zone. Teddy Armitage all the way back. Forecheck pressure comes. Shot towards the net. Deflects awkwardly there on Hernandez, but he swings the legs closed and pins the puck under the pad and holds it for a faceoff.
Well, something I mentioned just about every time we're in action, keep your legs moving, good forecheck, good puck movement. You will draw penalties, and if you don't, the result's going to be equally the same. You're going to get good opportunities. They came out in the third period. We're moving our legs. We got a little more energy. We draw 2 penalties. We take advantage of it. We get a 5-on-3. Quickly 2 goals. We take the lead now 3-2, 12:47 to go in the third period.
Good. The perfect start to the third period. 2 early goals. Whatever had to be said there from Coach Woodley during the break. Message received. Regis hockey back in action. Puck down in the Regis zone. Teddy Armitage tries to feed one free. Gets picked up by Beck. Nice position there. Comes through the middle. Breaking quickly for Pete Armitage. Pete breaks on. Cross ice pass. Expecting someone there. Manville awkwardly loses an edge and goes down. And the puck comes up and out of the zone. Forecheck pressure. Unable to get there, and we'll get an icing. And back down into the Sailor zone for a face-off.
I'm told we have about 8 of our RJ White team players back there behind the goaltender, which is great to see. They don't have any ice time today. They're not playing, so they just came out to support. Love to see it.
Here we go as the face-off comes in. Beck loses it, but it's kept in by Crowell. Goes off a stick and all the way in. Deflected by the Sailors, so it'll stay in the zone.
Sailors goalie's played an outstanding game today, Tom.
He really has. Hale's been good. The goals he gave up really had no chance. Miller back at the point, shot in low, pad save, comes out to the near side from Hale. Chip back down for Beck from Manville. Manville tries to throw it out front looking for Armidas, but Pete couldn't get there, and instead the Sailors come out. That could have been called there.
Could have been.
But Miller gets by, escapes that, and he goes out to the far side for Chapman. Chapman's shot deflects off a stick, goes high and wide across the goal mouth in front of Hernandez. Now the shot thrown in, but picked off, taken there.
Good job,
and
Teddy.
Great job by Armidas to get that up and out, sticking with it. Now the touching up, it gets dumped in deep by the Raiders. Forecheck needs to come. No time to slow down, boys, as you got to go. Glove down nicely there by Miller at the point. Would never know this is his second game back after missing a month.
He hasn't lost a step at all, has he?
Oh, there you go. Another step across, and we're going to get a call this time as Crowell did not attempt to play the puck, and that's going to be interference.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to call out in the next break here, is that Miller on the contact down here. A really sturdy check, but didn't try to play the puck first. And again, USA hockey rules indicate that you got to try to play the puck first. A check that I've seen a million times. Same thing happens on the opposite side of the ice, and there's the call. Probably a little more intent to lean in with the hip, but certainly not trying to play the puck.
So the PK for the Raiders here at 11:27 with the 3-2 lead. Puck onto the stick of Schick, and he dumps it all the way down ice. Ash ahead on the forecheck on Ripley. Ripley circles in behind his own net there for the Sailors. Waits, pulls up. Now reverses back. Starts to break up onto the near side. Finds the stick of Kenny. Kenny coming in, pushed wide by Paranjape. Back for Kempers. Kempers slowed up there by Ash. Forced to go back to Kenny. Centering pass out front. Goes off a skate, and now it's dumped back out of the zone to center ice there by Schick for the Raiders. Schick comes up, forces a man to peel off and go left. Back at the point, dump back down low, tipped around by Ripley and in behind for Hamilton. Hamilton trying to come out, shadowed there by Carson Williams. On the near side, puck goes around for Hamilton on the far side, tries to come across the front. Good position there though by Williams. Taps it free but not out. Ripley's shot deflects off one man and covered nicely by Hernandez as Kempers is digging in front of the net for the Sailors.
Nice job to quickly close on that, Mr. Hernandez. Nothing wrong with the whistle on the PK. 56 seconds to go on that PK. 10:24 to go in the third period.
Stay sharp, Elijah. 56 seconds more to kill here. Face-off won back by Steamboat. From the point, snaps one down low, well wide of the net. Comes around onto the near side. Push Haggerty's forced out wide. A nice diving poke on the puck there by Miller.
Exceptional game by Miller today.
Now tie up there, good no call. Shot, pad, save, kicked out to the far side boards there by Hernandez. Down in the corner, puck is lost and behind. Miller couldn't find it. Now it comes up to the near side corner. Ripley's there, backhands it around to the far side for Haggerty. Haggerty goes back in behind, thrown out front. Puck comes up high. Kenny's shot gets blocked nicely there by Schaefer. Filler shadows the man there. In it goes. Knocked down is Teddy Armitage, but not before the puck is picked up and cleared all the way down by Jake Filler. Change for the Raiders there. 8 seconds left in the power play opportunity. And now Schaefer goes down, and we're going to get a penalty call again, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to talk about it here.
It's too late for a replay on that one. Looking at my cameraman, and he's not looking at me.
Well, they're talking about it over there as the refs come together.
All right, well, we got a little pause in time here. So here's what I'll tell you. Brent Gretzky did the very difficult feat of making the NHL. Anybody who makes the NHL is an outstanding player no matter how you look at it. But because Brent Gretzky made it to the NHL and played 10 games and scored a total of 4 points, it resulted in the highest scoring family in the history of the NHL being which family, Tom?
The Gretzkys.
The Gretzkys. The other 2,000 points came from Wayne. God bless Brent. Again, a talent, and anybody who makes the NHL is quite a talent.
Absolutely.
Fair to say? Well,
we talked about that earlier. You did a great job stonewalling with a nice face when I said it must be Gretzky's family, but I said I thought his son Ty never made it to the show. I forgot about Brent, and there you have it.
I think Brent Gretzky played for, I may be mistaken, so anybody out there, you can certainly correct me on this, but I think it was a total of 10 games. I know it was 4 points. I think it was for Buffalo Sabres. And all he needed was 1 game played. And with 1 game played, Wayne took the rest of it. He said, I got you, brother. I got your back. So there's your trivia for today. No more trivia. We'll see if we can introduce this, maybe bring it into a couple of the games down the road. We got 7 more games after this.
Indeed, 7 more regular season games here.
We'll do some
fall.
We'll do some research, bring some intelligence, some a little hockey history to you guys. Let's see what we got here.
So we got a 2-10 goalie on their goalie for head. So a 2-10 goes against the goalie for head contact to be served now by 2 players.
Yeah, I don't know what the official rules. It's the first time I've ever seen a 2-10 for a goalie.
Sailor, let's see now. But we also, do we have a man in the box as well?
They should.
Yes, our 6 seconds, right, expiring.
Yeah, but they need 2 in the box if it's a 2-10.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. So maybe it's not. It might just be the 2. Shot from the point from Paranjape gets sticked aside, dumped out and down, all the way down ice. Slowed up by Hernandez as Paranjape comes back and plays it. 1:45 power play now for the Raiders in what could be an opportunity to really stretch to a nice 2-goal lead. Nice feed out front for Manville.
Gorgeous.
Shot,
Gorgeous.
and oh, what a save by Hale. As Manville was on the doorstep not once, not twice, but 3 times. Manville comes right back up with it, tries to hand that one off for Beck, can't get it to him, comes around to the near side boards. Down it goes, comes up to center ice, stood up there at center ice nicely there by Paranjape as he finds it in the skates. Peeled loose there briefly by Manville, but flipped ahead and out on the far side for Beck. Beck dumps it in.
Thought Manville was going to close on that one down
low.
Oh,
he was banging on it. Manville steals one in the near side corner, slips across the middle, gets knocked off his stick. Good puck support coming there and kept in by Beck. Manville takes it off the skate, walks down low, short side shot, easy save there for Hale. No rebound opportunity for the Raiders to get a hold of, and it gets flipped out of the zone by the Sailors and down with 44 seconds left on the power play.
We'll know whether or not they clear that box with the 10-minute misconduct. They don't have an extra player in there.
Puck across, nice pass for Ash, drop pass misses, but Beck comes in and support again. Shot in high on Hale and held as the D comes across on Ash.
5 left in the 3rd period.
So the Raiders, 3-2 lead at 8:05 of the 3rd. 31 more seconds here as Carter Schick comes out to take the faceoff on the power play to the left of Hale. Defensive zone faceoff, flipped up and out nicely there by Haggerty all the way down ice. Schaefer's there. Trent takes a look on Kinney, but then he gets stood up by Kinney. Support there from Filler. kicks it loose, and now it breaks out to the point. Knocked back in there, forcing the Raiders back in their own end.
We got a little clarity here. Because the goalie doesn't need to serve the 10 minutes, they don't need a player in the box for the 10.
Got it. Oh, move by Schick.
Beautiful.
Scores! I saw it develop as Schick slid across at the top of the dot, cuts around the D onto the backhand with a beautiful finish, and Carter Schick creates the 2-goal lead, 4-2 at 7:35. 1 second left on the penalty. Third power play goal of the third period.
The third of the third period, fourth of the game, and we are now 4 for 9 on the power play today.
And there's your third period start that we are so often used to seeing from these Raiders. And here you go, as it's 4-2 now. We'll see the response as Kempers dumps it in deep there for Steamboat. Carson Williams steady as it goes. Feeds it up top, kept in nicely at the point. Williams steps up on the point man, but it's kept in there by the Sailors and back down low. Carson takes it, backhands it off. It goes off of 2 skates, including the ref. Comes near side for Schaefer. Schaefer has room, fans on the breakout, but then gets it through the middle, but unfortunately hops through Filler, and Schick cannot get there. Back down deep in his own end. Played there by Gormley. Gormley goes far side. Schaefer flying across, forces the reversal, coming back to Gormley on the near side. He waits, tries to throw it across the center and does, gets it up and out, hops through Carson Williams, and he's in a foot race there with number 46, Landon Ripley. Williams finishes it, gets it up and out of the zone, now brought on, waiting, Rustin has it, shot, save made by Hernandez. Back up it comes, cutting through the middle, puck gets turned over, D is changing and Kempers finds himself alone, quick shot, save again with the glove of Hernandez. Beautiful save there as Elijah's down on the puck. Now it's back out into the neutral zone. Touching up there was Kempers as he goes to the bench. Tap free, and now you got a Raider player that can't quite get to the puck there. I believe that was Manville trying to find the break as they were changing. But Kenny able to steer it aside and is dumped in deep by the Sailors. Played around onto the near side. Back to the point, shot goes well wide of the cage and out the far side. Stopped at the point, dumped back down low, hops through Kinney, and then Rushton on it. Rushton comes away with it, plays it up the near side boards. Reverses back down, loses the puck, taken away and fed up here for Manville, who breaks out. Chips it to himself around Haggerty, but it goes in deep. And it's room there for Ripley to play it.
How about Mr. Hernandez putting on a show?
In the third period, some beautiful saves made as the puck gets thrown all the way back down into the Sailor zone. Raiders happy to feed the pucks down and forecheck and keeping the Sailors in their own end.
5:10 left in the third period.
Zone blue line to get it, and then wheels in behind the cage, pulls up, feeds it far side, but Hamilton is there for the Sailors. Oh, he had an opportunity and missed a man cutting across. Now thrown out front, it's in the skates for Miller. Shot held by Hernandez as he squares up nicely and freezes the puck at 4:57.
All right, we're going to have a fantastic last 5 minutes here. To your point, Tom, let's get it deep. Let's not worry about the puck possession so much, but let's get it deep, play some great defense, and finish strong.
Face off down, taken by Crowell, goes around to the far side for Damrath. Luke's there, gets pinched off the puck, tied up. Support comes from Filler and Miller. Want to get the puck moving. Pulled out by Filler, tap right back in, now tap down low, but taken by Teddy Armitage. Teddy comes near side room for Schaefer, who flashes ahead, feeds the pass up ice. Nice play by Haggerty to stop it up and dump it right back down in low in the Raider zone. Luke Miller has it around the near side board. Puck is loose, and now we're going to get
the back ref
a penalty call.
Our back ref here
interference again. Called
going to be against
on
the Raiders.
Schaefer.
Yep.
Trent going to the box for his third trip of the night.
So if I got my stats correct here, that is going to be opportunity number 7 for the Sailors. And they've converted 1, I believe I got that right. Well, 1 for 7.
Okay.
And we're quickly approaching that 20-plus penalty mark.
Well, here we are at 4:21. Raiders looking to ice the puck and get this killed. Ian Beck on the near side boards battling. 2 Sailors players in on him there. Paranjape waiting, trying to see if he can find the loose puck. Manville can't find it, goes back down low for Haggerty. Haggerty gets his pass deflected and it gets thrown up towards the point but not cleared. That was blocked down by Kempers. Ripley back down low, back to Ripley.
Good job, Beck.
Tapped off by Beck though. Deflects that loose, and now Paranjape, but Kemper's able to come up with it, slips past Beck, but it gets ridden off by Paranjape, loses it to Beck, who wings it around, but it goes off the glass and up into the screen at 1:18 of the penalty, 3:39 of the third.
Minute 18 still to kill. 4-2 lead for our RJ Raiders.
Schick will come out, take the face off, and wins it back for Miller. Miller comes around the near side for Armitage. Armitage held up by the man. That's going to be a call. Holding going to go against Haggerty. Yep, Haggerty's going to the box for holding. That's a good call. He needed to turn him loose, but then he used the arm to hold him up after the puck was well gone. And Haggerty goes for 2 and negates the power play.
And I believe the DNA evidence was left on the ice. He had wrapped the stick around, wrapped the arm around, let go of it to plead innocence. But again, the DNA evidence sitting right there on the ice. Easy for us to investigate from a referee standpoint.
All the way down into the Sailors zone. Puck going to be down. Tapped loose though, and out it breaks. Kemper's trying to come ahead 1-on-2. Gets taken off the puck, and it gets chipped right back into the zone there by Crowell. Now down low, they'll try to the near side. Luke Miller goes ahead and dumps it back in deep. Clearing pass gets deflected. Shot point blank there for Damrath. Pad save made by Hale.
Great opportunity.
Damrath can't step up, and now we got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Back check coming is Miller. Oh, what a move there by Teddy. He slides off the man, but then gets it on the skate, deflects it away on the crossing pass, and right away out comes Carter Schick with it, breaking to center ice, and a 2-on-1 developing here with Damrath. Damrath goes to the front, shot by Schick, goes across the front of the net, and all the way out and down
Carter
to the
Schick
Raiders
with those
zone.
long strides. When he gets him going, he's got speed, doesn't he?
Speed to burn on that kid.
2:30 left in the third period.
Errant pass through the middle, creates an opportunity. Quick step up, backhand high, into the net, and the faceoff will come outside the zone.
So 4-on-4 for another 9 seconds. Then the Raiders will move to the power play. 2:30 left in the third period. 4-2 lead for the Raiders. I'm saying, yeah, Carter, boy, when he gets wheeling, he's got open ice and he's got that big, long stride. It takes him about 3 of them, and he's moving full speed. It's fun to watch him skate.
Off it goes, dump back in deep. Hubler comes in on the forecheck, tries to read the pass around, but able to come back across is Carson Williams for Paranjape. Spinorama there, forecheck from Hubler, takes the puck away. Throws it back towards the front of the net, goes across the top of the crease and out to the near side boards, where Manville corrals it and tries to backhand it forward. Instead, it has to go back for Carson Williams, who finds Paranjape, and they escape the zone. Miss Manville through the middle, so Ian Beck instead dumps in, and it scores! Beck with a floater as he entered the zone. Let's see the replay.
And that is going to count. That just literally bounced, a little bad bounce. Slipped through the 5-hole. Again, as the goaltender, it's a tough one. Yep, right through the 5-hole. And believe it or not, Tom, that is going to count as the 5th power play goal of the game. That's not a traditional
5 of 10.
When we listen, we're sitting here all night. Set up the power play. How about just chip one in from the blue line and hope you get a good bounce?
Well, we saw a shorthanded opportunity to go against us in Omaha in the same regard. Bad bounce on the netminder. You hate to see that happen to Hale, who's played great.
He's had a fantastic game.
But it always, emphasizes the point of getting the puck on net, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Those knuckleballs and the bounces are tough ones to handle for any goaltender as well.
As it comes out, now 5-2 Raiders. Minute 50 left. Back to even strength hockey. Schick. Wow, that's got to be an interference call, and it is. Yep, that's going to be he's as frustrated as he may be. Haggerty, why? The reality is he's going
to. You got to let him have a lane of contact. You got to be aiming for the puck. You got two hands. You got two hands above the shoulders, the stick in the air. Doesn't matter. You got to play the puck. You can get your body on them, but you got to play the puck. And it's a tough. These kids have been playing that style of hockey for 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
So it's tough. You understand why they're frustrated, but that is the rule.
And here we go, back onto the power play, number 11. Shot wide there of the net, off onto the near side. Miller steps up, tries to keep it in. Ash chips it ahead. Filler comes in, trying to get there, and can't. Comes back on near side, played up and dumped up and out of the zone nicely there by Steamboat with 1:18 left, as the Raiders will finish this one up on the power play unless they happen to put one back in the net. Slowing up there is Armitage, feeds it off for Filler. Filler plays it ahead for Schick, goes to the bench to change. Schick pulls up, shot as he pulls back. Ripley stepped into him, comes out and all the way down. And a whistle.
I think maybe another penalty. Yeah.
And that's going to be Schick.
Tom, let me take a second here. Very few hockey programs across North America don't have some sort of influence from our neighbors there in Canada. Myself being a Canadian, I want to take a moment to wish all my friends, my family, and fellow Canadians a happy Thanksgiving this weekend.
That's right. Canadian
Monday's
Thanksgiving.
This Monday. Happy Thanksgiving. More importantly, a happy anniversary to my wife, Janet, on Monday, our 18th wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary,
Happy anniversary,
Janet.
buddy. That's
Thank
fantastic.
She's put up with, she's tolerated
Janet,
a lot.
you're a saint.
She is, isn't she?
As all wives are. Out it goes. 45 seconds left. 4-on-4 hockey now for the remainder. Up to the point it comes. Slip move there on Beck. Beck does a great job winning that puck battle. Chips it loose, and up it comes from Manville breaking, and he'll use his foot speed as he pushes in. Slips past, beats the man, backhand shot, scores! As he drops it through and buries it on the forehand up over the shoulder. An impressive move from Manville.
We got to watch this replay.
That was a beauty. Oh my, there it is through the legs and back out. So he goes through the leg, shoots it back behind the back leg and up over.
Michael, that was dirty.
Dirty, dirty Michael. I don't know what was dirtier, the shot or the move through the legs of the defenseman to go around him.
I love watching that kid play hockey.
Oh my, at 26 seconds, it's 6-2 Raiders.
I'm looking over at our Raiders fans, and they are just chuckling with what just happened there.
And the Raiders, folks, just got an even strength goal for the first time tonight.
I think so, that's right.
Puck all the way out to center ice. Chip back in nicely there by Matthew Carter. Now on the stick of Eli Ash. Ash tries to drag through, taken away. 6 seconds left in the contest. Filler feeds it behind for Ash. Ash should just tie it up down there and does. In the corners, time expires. And the Raiders come away with a strong third period. Frustration there at the end for Steamboat.
Let it go, let it go.
And the Raiders will take it away. 6-2 victory.
Little frustration there from the Sailors at the end of it, and I get it. You know, they had a lead going into the third period, not unlike what you guys saw in Omaha. A huge third period, filled with penalties again, filled with power play opportunities and some conversion on those. I think in total, this is it's tough to share this with you, Tom, but I think in total, including the 10-minute misconduct, we reached our 20 penalty mark for the game. So that being said, listen, if you don't have special teams figured out in USA hockey at the high school level throughout USA hockey, you better figure it out because it's going to be a big part of the game. Overall, great performance. I think both teams really brought it today. Again, Raiders picked it up in the third period. Traditionally, that's what we've seen from them. They're a great third period team. Come off the ice with a win, 6-2 victory. They hold their what would now be, what is that, a 6-0 record?
6-0 record here in the league. 12 points, vaulting into first place, jumping one past, I think, Stanley Lake, who's at 11.
Yep, and then you got Elijah Hernandez with a tremendous performance, really strong in the third period, keeps his winning streak alive as well.
Goes to 7-0.
7-0 for the year between the tournaments and the regular season. So great job, Mr. Hernandez. That was a fun one, Tom.
That was great to be out. Really nice game effort there from Steamboat. I really like their energy. They worked hard today. Wanted better out of that game, but great to see him make the trip down. Great hockey, and always a pleasure to be here with you.
Yeah, I missed that. Did you say great trivia questions?
And, well, great trivia questions, outstanding. Just showing my lack of depth of trivia knowledge, but I'll be working on it now. I know what to work on for upcoming games. You're not going to catch me off guard like you did today.
I share that lack of depth and trivia knowledge. I looked it up right before I got here today, so you're free and clear, Tom. It was a great broadcast. Great to be here with you. We'll see you again, I think, next weekend, right? What
next
do we got
weekend,
on the
we'll be back on. Raiders Red are going to have 3 games next weekend. Valor Friday night will be the first of that 3-game set. And White, who do they have? Just 1 game next? No, they have the weekend
games.
off.
Yeah,
so
weekend
tune in
off.
for Red Raider hockey next weekend, folks. We'll be here with you.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Tom. Great job.
Night, everybody.
Yep, bye.